last tech person here. I finished sculpture, and mostly people know me for my performance art, but I don't do only performance art because I get bored very easily and I have to switch and do new stuff and change a bit. So I mostly observe what most of people don't see. And I try then to kind of present those things that are there in the public sphere that are just not seen because either we are too busy, we are preoccupied with our stuff, we just go on with our life, and all those things that are kind of little, you know, they're bugging us, they're there, but we just go on with the life and with stuff. So maybe I just kind of show you two of performances and one of my work which is not performance. So for performance, maybe, which one? Let's do this one. I have earned my star. It's a performance in which I burn 12 stars of European Union on my arm, and basically the performance, it was done for a larger project to talk about migrants' rights and about everything that happens around that topic. And I burned the 12 stars in a way, it's called I Have Earned My Star, and it talks about that, like, if you want to brand somebody, if you want to say who is that person that, you know, deserves these 12 stars and can enter some club of some special treatment, I can brand myself. Everybody can brand themselves. You know, it's this thing about who gave somebody the power of God to decide who fits somewhere and who doesn't fit somewhere. And most of my performances dealt with pain, dealt with research of pain, because there is always one topic that performance talks about, but there is always another layer underneath it, which is about how to deal with pain, how to accept pain, how to overcome some things, you know, because if you know some aspect of your life, it's much easier to deal with it, and it's much easier to go and to accept it and to not feel pain. So the thing is, with these performances that are painful, and a lot of my performances are, there is this thing that you enter inside of your body, inside of some space in which you don't feel anything. So there is this possibility to enter in a state of mind in which you are practically alive and you don't feel pain, and there is no pain. And the performance was, there was quite a discussion afterwards because people thought I was against European Union. Some people tried to stop the performance, but they were speaking in German, which I don't speak, so it didn't happen. And that's it about this performance, and a lot of my performance talk about pain. One thing that doesn't talk about pain, which I put under, which one we'll see, maybe this one. Which I put under workshops, but there are not so much workshops, there are more this kind of intertwined thing between workshop and art projects. But maybe I'll show you this one. Sushak action was because the gallery of Kortil is in Sushak, and you saw the neighborhood. It's quite, everything is closed, there are not many shops open, and there are two schools down there, one high school and one elementary school. And my thought was to enter the school and to ask the students what do they want in those empty spaces, what do they lack, what are the community things that they lack, how they want to spend their free time after school, before school, in the middle. And I went and worked with the students, and we made false windows. So they practically designed on the windows what they wanted inside to be. And we put all these kind of false things on the windows, and it was fun because a lot of people from the neighborhood came and they were like, oh, something is gonna open finally, something's gonna happen. I was like, yeah, no, but okay. So, and the kids were very happy. The thing is, when I entered the first day in the school, they were really like, you know, like not willing, not wanting, being like, what's the point? Nothing's gonna happen anyway, we don't have a voice, and all these things of being not happy. And this is the end result. This is the end result. They going to show their parents, the other students, and everybody what they did around, and they were really, really super happy and really enthusiastic at the end of the whole project, which was, I think, I worked with them for a month. I was in school once a week doing that. So that is one thing, and then maybe I show you the last performance that I'm doing, and this performance is linked to another project, which is the book of Invisible Influences, and that's the book in which I have the collection of sentences that were said to women in their childhood that stuck with them and made them act in a certain way, made them, you know, like we all have these influences in our life which kind of shaped the way that we think, which kind of shaped the way that we do things and things like that. So I started this thing in a residency in Graz, where I started asking women. I just put it on Facebook, like on Facebook, and it exploded. It was like a week of people sharing things and asking me and sending me sentences. I was just trying to, you know, cope with catching everything. And so that's how the book was made. And then I started to think, what was my sentence? And it took me shitloads of time to figure out what was my sentence. And the sentence was, don't be so emotional. Which is a thing that, you know, even now people tell you don't be so emotional. You don't think about it in any negative or thing way, but at the end it is, because as a child you start to hide your emotions. You start to manipulate your emotions. You don't cry in public anymore. You don't show that you are weak because it's something that is not good. And so I wanted to make a performance about that. And I wanted to include people in the performance because performance is this medium that it's all energy based. And I wanted to give people the chance of releasing some energy and in participating in this thing. So this is a video that was made in Bozard in Belgium when I had a performance there. The performance there was done inside of the hall of the exhibition space. Usually I do them outside in a public space, but it was COVID and in Bozar there is no like nice you can't, it's in the middle of the street, so it wasn't. But anyways, there were a lot of people going to the exhibitions, so there was a lot of people going in and out. And just gonna show you this and So the thing is, I carve this sentence in stone, and then I break it as this. And because people say what is written in stone cannot be broken, and it can. The whole idea started when I started collecting sentences from women, where I asked them what was the sentence that impacted them in their childhood that they were told, and that made them act in a certain way, unconsciously. And the whole thing made me think about the sentence that impacted me in my childhood, and they all stuck with me and made me act in a certain way. It took me some time to figure out what it was. For me it was "don't be so emotional," which was the sentence that in a way made me hide my emotions, made me not deal with them. And I always have one stone there with me, so I decided to write "don't be so emotional" in stone. Especially it's fun for kids because it's a hard labor, and as they say, what's written in stone cannot be broken. The whole performance is around between 6 and 8 hours, depending on which stone it is. Some stones are easier to carve, some are harder to carve, so that's the thing. Then I break it to liberate myself from the pain and the heaviness that sentence made on me. I always hope that my work can make people think that the other way is possible. That there is only not one way, there is not one thinking, there is not one feeling, You can change, everything can change, and it's just about seeing the other angle on stuff. And yeah, that part is where I invite the public to write their own sentences on plates and break them, and yeah, people love that. That's the best part.
Are also guys participating or just...
No, yeah, guys can participate. It was the sentence, the book of sentences was for women because I was thinking about all these things that, that women are mostly not conscious about. Because, it's obviously guys also, but for me, I'm a woman, and plus I'm a lesbian, so I don't know anything about guys, so it's difficult for me to talk about that. So I mostly talk about women. But obviously, I think also, a lot of men are put also in those boxes of don't be emotional, don't show your emotions and things like that. But I was mostly thinking and talk about women because it's something that I see more, and it's something that I perceive more, and especially I see these dynamics in societies like Croatian society, where patriarchy is still very, very strong, that a lot of women don't even see that it can be some other way, because it was always done like this. It's always this, like, for my, I don't know how many years, people will always ask me, when are you going to get married, when are you going to have kids? Until I was like, no, I'm gay, I'm not doing that. So, okay, then I'm left alone because I'm that weirdo, artist, gay person. But all my friends are like, biological clock, you have to get married, you have to. And for a lot of things, it's like that. It's not only married and stuff, but it's doing house chores, doing all these things, I don't know how many friends of mine I heard I can do better than him. He doesn't know how to vacuum the house. And then she vacuums the house, washes the dishes, does all this. Okay, he doesn't know, but if he
well, then we